I was about 24, 25, and when I tell you guys, I was fucking miserable. I was fucking miserable. I was so misaligned with life. There's so much going on. I was going through it and I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I just felt stuck mentally, physically, spiritually. I was unhappy with myself, who I was becoming, and I just needed a reset. And I was so embarrassed to reset in life because of my age. I felt at like 25, I should have had this all sorted out. I should have had it all figured out, and I actually didn't.
If you know exactly what I wanna do, then I'ma get a business too.
You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that, never gotta sweat that. You could bet that.
Hey guys, what is poppin'? It's your girl Twanaldn, AKT, what everyone's been today, and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, thank you for tuning in today. We discuss everything growing and growing on this channel, so if that is your vibe, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're returning, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much. I know community is growing, guys, because we just hit 200. Oh my god, you know what? Slow growth is better than no growth. And I appreciate every single one of you. So thank you so much for tuning into my videos. Anyway, enough dilly-dallying. That's not what you guys are here for, is it? No. So as you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about something good today. And I'm not going to lie, it started off on TikTok. I kind of posted up about it. And I had a couple people reach out and had comments. So I thought, why not bring it to YouTube and do a more in-depth video? So we are here today. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, glass of wine, snacks, whatever your beverage is, because we're gonna get real on when and how is the right time to hit that reset button in life and start over completely. Okay, if that's something you're interested in talking about, then let's just dive into the video. Okay, so let's talk. We all know that life gets messy, right? You've been juggling work, relationships, self-growth, and even that pile of laundry that's in the corner of your room that you've been avoiding. Don't lie, I see you. But here's the thing, knowing when to reset is just as important as knowing how to reset in life. Sometimes we're running on empty. Sometimes we are acting like everything is okay, convincing ourselves we can push through it and acting like we can get through this. However, sometimes there are just phases in your life where you just need to hit that reset button. You are not a machine, you are human, and you deserve to live a life with a fresh start if need be. So the reason why this is such a big thing for me is because I have gone through this exact process, and I've spoken about this in another video, but I will touch into it in this video too. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try to push through, you just need to hit that reset button. So quick backstory about myself and when I decided to reset in life. I was about 24, 25, and when I tell you guys, I was fucking miserable. Was fucking miserable. I was so misaligned with life. There's so much going on. I was going through it and I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. I just felt stuck mentally, physically, spiritually. I was unhappy with myself, who I was becoming, and I just needed a reset. And I was so embarrassed to reset in life because of my age. I felt at like 25, I should have had this all sorted out. I should have had it all figured out, and I actually didn't. Allowing me to reset in life, to really wipe my slate clean and start fresh at 25 has allowed me to become the person I am today, who I actually love and adore, and is so much more happier in life and is going after everything she's ever dreamed of. So I want my story to relate to someone and also motivate someone who may be scared that it's too late for them to reset when it's really not. You can reset at any age, whether that's 25, whether that's 35, whether that's 45. Age is not a determining factor. If you are misaligned in life, it's time to reset. So how do you know when it's time to reset? Here are some signs that you might be experiencing that might be giving a clear indication that it is time for a reset. And the first one is you feel stuck. And when I mean you feel stuck, I mean stuck for a long period of time. I'm not talking about like you're in a funk or you've been stuck in a position for like a couple months. I'm talking more of a year or more. And you, no matter what you try, it's just nothing's working. Nothing's going forward. You still feel the same. I feel like that is a clear indication that it's time for you to reset. The second sign is that you are always exhausted. You feel like you are constantly running on empty, and it's like an ongoing marathon that has no end, no finish line, no milestones, no nothing. Feeling that kind of exhaustion could be a clear sign that it is time to reset. Lastly, and I feel like this one is the biggest one out of the three, and that is if you have lost your spark. So you know that little light that's inside of you that gets you excited about things you're doing in life? If that feels dim, or you don't see it, or you don't notice it, or you don't feel it inside, it is definitely time for a reset, because in a sense you've kind of lost a part of yourself and it needs to be found and re-sparked and brought back to life. So if any of these signs pop up or you resonate with any of these signs at all, even if it's one out of the three or all three altogether, this is probably or most likely a sign that it is time for you to reset. And I know it sounds scary. It sounds like you're going to get rid of everything that you know, all your routines, your habits, your behaviors, your mindset. But I want you to look at it like this. You are already misaligned in life and you need to get back on track to your true self. You are already miserable. You're already upset. You're already not the person you desire to be, and what you've been implementing is already not working. So there's no harm in trying to reset, to learn something new altogether, to get rid of these pre-programmed behaviors that you have in yourself, in your mind, physically, mentally, spiritually, and building a life that is truly desired to your true self. You have nothing to lose. When this was me, my unhappiness, I just knew I couldn't live like that long term. If I was still that self, I probably wouldn't have the relationship that I have with my man right now because of how fucking miserable I was. I wouldn't probably have the relationships in terms of like friendships that I have right now. I probably wouldn't have the opportunities that I have right now. You need to think, you need to remember, everything goes off a vibe and energy, like things, your vibration. So if that's misaligned, you're just gonna keep putting yourself into situations that are just unhealthy, toxic, and that will bring you more unhappiness. All I'm saying is try these out, and I'm saying 100%, try them out 100%, invest in them, pour into them, because at the end of the day, this is for you. It's not for me because I've already done it. This is for you, so you can be happy again, so you can be your true self again and fall in love and get your spark back, okay? Okay, so these are just like a few tips that I want you guys to try. They definitely work for me, but I genuinely feel like if you guys pour into this 100%, they can also work for you. So kicking it off with a bang, and you guys have probably heard me say this tactic in a lot of my other videos, but I feel like it's so important, and that is just taking a pause, going into a quiet space, no noise, no nothing, where you can really get in with yourself and reflect. I want you to take a moment to really figure out what it is that's making you upset, what it is that's making you miserable, what is misaligned in your life right now. Is it your job? Is it your friends? Is it your mindset? Is it your routines? Like, what is it right now that makes you feel so miserable? Really get honest with yourself. Don't sugarcoat anything. No one's gonna see this. It's between you and yourself. So really go in deep. And I'll show you how deep you guys need to go. And I'll give you an example. One of my things was, I'm a lover girl at heart, but I feel like experiences in life made me very, very, very heartless. Like, I was so heartless to the point where I didn't care about like newborn babies or kids. I had no like emotion or affection for people. I didn't know how to like empathize with people. It was just absolutely numbness. And I had to really be honest, like, where did this come from? Obviously, I can laugh now because I've obviously gone through the process of healing and all that kind of stuff. But where did this come from? Like, where did this numbness come from? When did your heart freeze? And I literally had to be honest with myself. I literally felt no emotion for nothing, for no one. I'm talking family, friends, people, like men I was dating. There was no emotion. And until I really got honest with myself that I don't feel emotion for people, was when I realized, like, yeah, like you can't be doing this, because you want to have a family one day, you want to have kids, you want to get married. You can't do all of these things with the way that you are right now. So that's how deep I want you guys to go on your reflection. I wrote this down in my journal. It's a very private journal. If you don't have to write it down in a physical journal, you might want to write it down on your phone in your notes and lock it. I've got a free journal template if you guys are interested in. I'll link it down below. It is via Notion, so if you don't use Notion, unfortunately, it won't work on any other platform. However, that might just be your sign that you need to download Notion, become an addict like me. And it's absolutely free, and you can literally start your journaling in there. So the first thing we're going to do is pause and reflect. So the second step is decluttering. And when I say decluttering, I am not just talking about your closet. I'm not just talking about your clothes or your shoes or even your makeup. I'm literally talking it on a much deeper level. I'm talking about your mind. I'm talking about your space. I'm talking about your calendar, your laptop, your iPad, your phone. You really need to get rid of the old shit, the old baggage that you are still carrying with you today. Especially if you're holding on to things that remind you of bad memories or bad experiences. It is really time to like let that go. Letting that go and getting rid of these things will allow space for new things to come into your life. If you've got a wardrobe full of clothes that you don't wear, you've outgrown, they're tight, it doesn't even fit the aesthetic that you want to be dressing like in the future, or what you want to be dressing like today. How can you make room for new clothes when your wardrobe's full? Like, this is what we're talking about. And that goes the same with your calendars, that goes the same with your space. Like, get rid of old furniture that you don't use, get rid of furniture that doesn't even serve a purpose for you anymore, get rid of anything and anything that you feel like doesn't deserve to be in your life anymore. I tend to do a massive declutter every single year, just before the new year. I throw out clothes, I throw out shoes, I throw out anything that doesn't serve a purpose anymore. I even throw out things that I haven't used in about over a year and a half, if that makes sense. So I throw out like old notebooks that I've bought and they're just filled with junk. There's nothing in there for me, so what am I holding on to it for? Old clothes that I haven't worn in over a year. Like, oh yeah, you're gonna wear it one day. You're not, or you would have worn it. Get rid of it. Make space, make room for new shit, new opportunities, new clothes, new anything, new vibes, new energies, new everything. Sometimes you just need that cleanse. Somebody, I don't know about you guys, but I believe everything holds energy, and you holding on to this old shit that has bad memories, and that's just you're just keeping that in your space. How are you gonna reset when you have all of this negativity around you? Clear it out ASAP, please and thank you. Okay, so step number 3, and this is a very important one, and I speak about this in like 99% of my videos because it's so important, and I'm gonna drill it into you guys' head until you guys understand how important it is, and that is setting boundaries. You need to start saying no. For all, and this is gonna go for all my people pleasers. This might be hard to hear, but you gotta start somewhere. I used to be an ex people pleaser, so trust me, I know. You need to start saying no, and that's not even in a rude or malicious way. It's for yourself. You need to start saying no to things that don't serve you, things that don't align with your vision, things that make you miserable, that make you upset. You need to start saying no, because the only person that's being affected in that when you are saying yes is yourself, because you don't really want to say yes. So you don't respect yourself enough to say no to that person or to that situation or whatever it is. You need to be strong enough to put yourself first and say no. Start saying no to the things that are draining you, and start saying yes to the things that actually make you happy, that fill up your cup, that give you energy, that provide you with excitement. Start saying yes to those things, whether people think it's weird or not. People don't get it, it's your life. Start saying yes to those things. Get rid of the people that are draining out your energy. Protect your peace at all costs. You deserve peace. We all deserve peace. So start saying no. Start setting your boundaries. Put a perimeter around you and protect your peace. And the last one, this one is good. This might take some time because you might need to figure it out, but you need to reignite that spark that you've lost, that's gone dim, that you can't feel, that you can't see anymore, that when you look in the mirror at yourself, you don't see it. And the best way that's gonna happen is trying out new things, stepping out your comfort zone and trying out things that get you excited, that bring back that energy, that make you happy, that make you feel energetic, that make you actually want to live life again. I don't know what that's going to be for you, but for me, I have to laugh because I'm hesitant to say it because it's like, oh, I feel like it makes me weird, but that's what brings excitement to my life. This is why you should just own your shit. But for me, it was cars. Like, I've always loved cars. I've never like really been into cars, as in I've never gone to like meets. I've never been in a car that drifts and whatever. I started going to car shows, car events. I started going to drifting shows, going inside the cars and experiencing drifting, all of that. You don't understand how excited that made me. You do not understand. Like, I was pumped. You know when you get out and you're just like, yeah, that's how I felt. And I started doing more stuff like that. And you might have to test some things out. Maybe something you've always wanted to do but you've held back. Go and do it. Go and do it, because you need to bring that spark back. You need to really find out what it is that you love. And me, I've always loved cars. I just didn't know I love cars. Particularly, yeah, I know I'm going off topic a little bit, but you know, our chit chat videos do this. Particularly drifting. I don't know what it is about drifting, but I'm obsessed. Like the drifting, the burning tires, the burnouts. That's me. That's me. Definitely find out what it is, and it doesn't have to be complicated. Like, don't feel like you have to go and do something right, like skydiving or go climb Mount Everest and all of these things to find your spot. No, it could be literally simply binge watching your favorite show, no carefree in the world, going to see the friends that bring excitement to your life, going for coffee dates. Maybe you're shy to go out on your own. Maybe start going out by yourself. That might actually bring your spark back. Try new clothes. You want to dress different. You want to get out of this old-fashioned sense. You want to go into something new. Start start buying the clothes. Anything that, even makeup, like even if you sit down and doing your makeup brings back your spark, brings back your personality or whatever, do it. Start doing these things, start figuring out and doing it every single day, and slowly and surely you will start to see yourself crawl out of that little cave that we're in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna shine a bright torch into that cave and bring that spark back. Okay? Okay. I hope like me sharing my vulnerability makes you actually take the steps in order for you to start your journey in this reset button. And let me make something very clear. This is not going to happen overnight, by the way. This is going to be an ongoing process. I want to say like my reset took about, I would say like 2 years. And I know that sounds long, but I feel like mine was like really, really deep for stuff that I was tackling with. Like I had to go to therapy. I had to like really pull back and love myself for who I was, because I was pretending to be someone that I'm not. And it's like, bro, like fuck that. And like now I just do me, like unapologetically, and you need to kind of do the same. Yours might be quicker, yours could be 6 months, yours could be a year. It depends on how much you have to work on, but I did have a lot to work on, which is why mine took so long. So yours could be the same, but I'm just saying this, like, don't look at this as a quick fix. This is like the baby steps. This is like the ignition that you guys need to know that it's time for a reset, so you can get realigned with life and actually fulfill the purpose that you want to on this earth, because you only got one life. So why end it on a miserable note? You was born a happy baby. Why end it on a miserable note? No, we can change that. And we're gonna change that. Before I leave you guys and I end this video, I just wanna give some words of encouragement and tap into like my younger self, because I wish I had someone who told me this. So I'm just gonna talk to you like I'm talking to my younger self. And that is, don't look at resetting as you failed in life. You absolutely haven't. The fact that you can recognize that you need a reset just shows how strong you are, because a lot of people will go about their way in life blindsided, not even realizing that they're so upset, they're so miserable, refuse to deal with it, and just feel like this is life. No. And I know you know there's someone like that, someone that's so miserable that they say, oh, everything's so negative, and the world's against them. No. You have a choice. You can change your life, and don't be the Grinch. Don't be the new Grinch. Don't be the 2025 Grinch. Step out of that and genuinely actually see, you know, you can have a positive outcome on your life. This is not your end story. You can change the ending of your story. And another thing that what helps me as well is when I was 25 going through this, I thought, yeah, I'm late. But when you look at success stories, like look at your people that you look up to or you admire, look at their story, or even look at like the most richest person in the world or most celebrities person or the most this or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of these people started late. I feel like the power of social media just makes you feel like you are running late, but you're not. Like people keep saying like, oh, I see jokes on TikTok like, oh yeah, you're 28, oh you're 28, you're old, you're an auntie now. These times I've been an auntie since I was 16, but like that's just me to say, like, don't make the internet feel like you're too late, because before the social media you never saw what people were doing or success or whatever. You had to focus on yourself, and that is kind of what you need to do in this situation. In this life, you owe it to yourself to live a life that feels good for you, not just one that looks good to others. So don't be afraid to start over. It's not the end, it's just a new beginning. Okay guys, so that wraps up this video and brings us to the end. If you ever need a sign to reset, let this video be that very sign, and let my experience be that very sign. And if you have any questions or you're curious about anything or you want any further advice, we can continue the conversation in the comments. Please feel free. I respond to all my comments and I will catch you guys down there. But apart from that, if you have got this far in this video, leave an hourglass in the comments, because you know this is going to take time and I want to know that you're serious about the time that you're going to take to invest and pour into yourself to find yourself again, because I'm with you guys. If you love my content, consider following me on my Instagram and my TikTok, where I post it every single day, whereas on YouTube I only post on here once a week. And I'll catch you in my next one. Love you. Bye.